Hello everybody, my name is Tullie Johnson, and you all definitely know who I am, but for the few cretins who don't know who I am, I am the lead singer of the greatest fucking band that ever walked the face of the earth. Bigger than The Who, bigger than Journey, bigger than Mozart, and bigger than even Jesus Christ himself, if he had ever decided to pursue a career in music. Enchanted Darkness. And this, right here, is my story.
How did you get into music?
How did I get into music? Well, I didn't get into music. I'd say that music got into me. When I was a child, probably about 14 or 15 years old, I was at a friend's birthday party, and at this party, this person brought out a game of Twister. And as we were playing a game of Twister, they were playing music on this boombox. Remember, this is the 1970s, so boomboxes were fairly new, and yeah, just really new. But he put the CD in the boombox, and it was Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton's greatest hits. I remember it was him singing My Father's Eyes, and a slew of his other great hits. And I really found out that was something I can do. And I was kind of in this spider kind of emotion, just like, oh, red, green on yellow 6, right foot on the red, and shit like that. And I was like, you know what? I can do that. And the minute that dot hit my head, my back cracked and I fell down and struck my head on top of the fucking mat. So that hurt, but I woke up in the emergency room a couple of days later, probably about 6 months, 4 years later. I was in my mid-20s at this point, and the last thing I remember was music is exactly what I want to do in this world. It's all I've ever wanted to do. It's amazing. And by this time, it was 1994 when I decided to sign up with Big Chick Records, and I met Mr. Blanchard there. And Mr. Blanchard just came in and he said, "Tullie, you're exactly what we're looking for. You've got the style, you've got the look, you've got the experience." Of course, I haven't even played anything at this point, but he had a lot of faith in me, which is the real kicker. And he's like, "Well, what can you do?" I'm like, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And he's like, "I want you to produce me a gold record that's going to sell so fucking much that Jesus Christ himself, had he ever decided to get into a career of music, would bow down and kiss your feet." And I said, "You know what, Mr. Blanchard? I can do that."
Do you remember your first concert?
Yeah, I remember my first concert. It was 1997 at the Suffolk Field in Glasgow. And there was about 8 and 9 10th graders there. It was a free show. We were just giving away tickets at this school. And it was part of a bake sale that the parents were giving away. If you buy a cupcake, you get a free ticket to see a rock concert. And nobody knew who we were. I mean, it was fine. These 10th graders, they were just lining up there, eating their cupcakes, drinking their orange juice, just sitting there and looking up at this giant stage. And I had bought this entire outfit, this large sequin dress kind of outfit with a giant feather boa, pink boa, mind you, because that was the in style back then. And I had these snakeskin sneakers that I had bought. They were called Snakers. It was all the craze in Newfoundland at the time, and also I believe in area and parts of Madagascar. But it was the biggest thing, and I looked so cool. I looked so cool in this thing. And I remember walking out onto the parapet right before I hit the stage, and I was thinking, this is it. I've made it to the big dance. And Mr. Blanchard was on the side of the parapet yelling to me, "Tullie, pull up your pants!" And I don't know why he yelled that. I really don't. I mean, it's part of my shtick. That's how the whole identity of Enchanted Darkness got started, was the dropping of the pants. Just dropping them. Drop them down, just like that. That's what we do. That's all. That's us.
How did you meet your wife, Marissa?
Oh yeah, Marissa. I met her at my third concert that was in Geneva, and we were playing in the Alps, and there was nobody around, a couple of skiers and a couple of hounds to rescue people who was hurt. And Marissa was this beautiful little beautiful little creature. Just standing in the back row, not really listening to me. She really can't hear it. She's deaf. She's very deaf, actually. She's deaf and blind. But I knew she was paying attention to me. She thought it was great. And she's looking at me. Well, she's kind of looking this way, but I knew it was meant towards me. She told me that later. Well, she didn't really tell me that, but I got the idea. I got that from the letters she wrote. Well, she can't really write. I felt it. It was a connection that we felt. And so I pretty much just went down, swooped her over and said, baby, you and me, that's it. We're number one. So me and Marissa got into a flight that day, much to the chagrin and the protests of her parents. Went to Las Vegas, Nevada, and got married in one of the drive-thrus by an Elvis impersonator. There was a little bit of problem because she was only 13 at the time, but you know what? It's all right. You know, it's past the past. You know, love knows no bounds. And I remember best way to celebrate my 47th birthday is when I got married that day. It's a wonderful day.
Tell us about your childhood.
Well, fuck. It's not much to say. It's a pretty low upbringing, if you ask me. My mum was a fire night dancer. She danced with fire. My father was a steel worker who dealt basically in rusty steel. He was one of the pioneers of selling rusty steel because it's one of the things that it's a brilliant invention that me pops came up with. Rusty steel won't rust no more. It's already rusted. So you're buying stuff that's guaranteed not to rust and has a guaranteed lifetime of however long before it disintegrates. I mean, can you think of going across the Atlantic on a boat that you know, guaranteed, will never rust, ever? Of course, you know, he was, his father sewed, you know, steel to the Titanic people, but whatever. Beyond that, it doesn't even matter. Rusty steel is where it's at, and I still believe that to this day, and that's why I dumped all my money from my first album into Rusted Steel Enterprises. That's my side gig. That's what I do on the side. That's why I put all my other money into it. It's a wonderful venture, and all the other band members are in it too. Marissa's not so much into it. Whenever I bring her up from the basement and unchain her and read her how well the stocks are doing, she's not very happy. She really doesn't say anything. She probably just yells and screams and slaps a lot. The quinine really knocks it down a little bit, and so does the methamphetamines and ether too. Regardless of that, it's a wonderful thing to invest, to have an investment, to have something like that, and that was passed on to me by my dad. Wonderful man. I haven't seen my mother in 30 years. Yeah, 30 years.